Breakfast Club of Katie Bradford and Elliot Ikele. Good morning.
Good morning.
So what do you think about this? Dental care is important and people can't afford it. Do we need to change how we think about how we fund it?
It's a huge problem for how it's funded because it is really, really expensive.
And I guess, but it's so important, and there's probably costs later on down the track if we don't do this, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the whole dentist aspect is really important to have a look at. I think we definitely need to bring the question up, and I absolutely agree with Katie. We also need to look at the costs because the DHBs are already having real struggles in terms of that. And also we know that with mouth issues that goes Brooklyn, and I've seen parents shoving 1.5 litres of soft drink down their
point. I suppose the problem at the moment is that all of us are paying for the consequences, aren't we? You know, when someone turns up at the emergency room and needs really expensive, invasive emergency surgery because they have delayed dental care or haven't been able to access it or have chosen not to access it, then we all pay the costs at the moment.
Free health system in the sense that you get in early.
But I think it's still great, right?
And people, you have an in-school dental nurse anymore. And
I'm telling stories now. Anyway, I knew someone whose daughter had a few teeth pulled out because they were rotting, and the day of the surgery, Art posted she had a Coke to celebrate.
Wow.
I mean, it's just insane, right?
Yeah, that's what
so we need this education.
Yeah.
I would say also
trying to prevent some of this huge damage.
Another thing we have been discussing this morning is Michael Jackson, the state of Michael Jackson, and whether or not you can support an artist, if you can enjoy their art, when they might be compromised as an individual.
There's a few things going on there. One, I don't think you can equate the Neverland experience. I think it's very people in documentary coming out saying, oh, he raped us, when the
regulated by Michael Jackson to support him through the legal process. I'm sure that some people would say that actually shows the legal process wasn't sufficient in bringing around the truth or bringing justice in the circumstance. Some people would say. I also wonder this though, like you say that court of law, but how would we feel today in the Me Too era if one of the world's supervised sleepovers in their bedroom? And we know that Michael Jackson did that at the very least. Yep. I think we'd feel uncomfortable, wouldn't we? Yeah. And I do wonder if, you know, all of us collectively, and I'm a Michael Jackson music fan too, have been a little bit guilty of going, you know what, I'm just going to push those sort of uncomfortable outside.
And I wonder how much we're treating this differently dead and R. Kelly is alive. Musicians, or whether it's TV stars or movie stars, there's a whole lot of people, and obviously we've seen incidents like with Kevin Spacey and there's a whole lot of stuff in there. You know, and there's a whole lot of stuff there.
It's really important to point out and just make FBI they had a 100-page report, and there was absolutely no evidence, according to them, of any misconduct. So that's really important that we just don't go into this trial by public opinion, I think, even just because it's sensational. Right?
We're absolutely in a trial.
Are we going to start seeing more music being banned? Are we going to movies?
You're not banning it though. I mean,
that's not going to play it.
Playing it. You can
anyone can listen to it.
They're
scared. And I would say they're nearly sycophantic towards a movement outside of this. And this is where I do get a bit with the whole Me Too movement. I have an issue with the Me Too movement because many of us in the field have been spreading a hyper-sexualised culture and a culture of apathy. It's a bit irritating when you've got frontline groups fighting for funding year after year between years.
That's their guilt. That's because they know there's been a lot of stuff that's gone that they condone.
And in their overcompensation, innocents are going to get hurt. Innocent people are going to get hurt already. So we need to be a little bit more.
There are certainly concerns around in the Me Too movement and whether or not actually we are giving people who are accused of things, all people who are accused of things, due process. Hey, thank you so much both for your time this morning. It's really interesting.
We'll make